This is Mama Meditation number 14. It's when we allow our thoughts to get the best of us. You know, when we are going about your day, you're feeling fine, then all of a sudden, fear enters your mind, anxiety, resentment, just something that you don't want to give energy to. So most of us get caught up in our thoughts, which trigger negative emotions, right? So we either believe the negative worries, fears, anxiety that just magically pop up in our mind. So this meditation is to practice observing your thoughts without judgment, without reacting, without giving it any power. You see a cloud of fear, you label it, hey, that's fear. And then watch it pass by as if it's a cloud that your mind is like the sky. And you see the cloud of fear, you acknowledge it, hey, that's fear. I'm not going to engage in that today. It is not going to interrupt my peace bubble. So you're not giving it any emotional attachment. You might see a cloud of anxiety, a cloud of a future worry, maybe wondering whether you're about to make a wrong decision, or you criticize what you said yesterday or even last week, something that really bothers you. It's kind of like that little rock that's in your shoe, and you just let it cause you pain. Emotional pain sometimes results in physical pain. You might have a sore stomach. You might have a headache. You might not be able to sleep because of all of these worries and fears, anxiety, regret. Sometimes it could be from childhood trauma. Sometimes it could mean I'm a worrier. And what I've been learning to do is acknowledge the worry, but not give it power. So you disassociate, and it sounds really hard, but it really is a decision. Whether you allow anything to pop your peace bubble. So what I want you to do, okay, is really watch your thoughts as if you are an outsider. So you don't react, okay? You just label them. You might say, oh, that's fear wanting my attention. I choose not to engage in fear. It's almost like these negative emotions are bullying you, and they want your attention. They want to bring you down. And when you're in a space of just, you're in that good, positive space of being calm, peaceful, you think, you know what? Nothing can ruin my day. And then maybe someone cuts you off. Someone pushes your buttons. You get a call that really upsets you. I would like you, the next time that happens, is just to pause, label it. Wow, that really is anger, but I'm not going to allow anger to disrupt my peace bubble because I have the choice whether to engage in it or not. Oh, that's major regret. Yep, I'm choosing not to regret what I should not have said. Oh my gosh, I said something that made my child have a tantrum. I said no, and oh my gosh, it's like an eruption, right? A temper tantrum or emotional meltdown can really affect your peace bubble. So the next time, make a conscious choice to just observe. Oh yes, that is major anger. I'm just going to just observe without giving into it, okay? So let's deep breathe, calm energy. Whenever you find yourself in that, like I found myself just getting into this anger. And a lot of times my anger is if I'm trying to prove my point and someone disagrees with me. Or, they say, no, what you just said a wrong thing. Anytime anyone, I guess, questions my competence, I'm realizing I get really upset. I want to convince them that what they said about me was not right. And so I had to actually watch a meditation. I can't watch my own meditations, but I did a meditation on anger. And at first, you're not going to want to do this. I'm letting you know right now. You're like, I do not have time to do a meditation, and I'm too pissed off or too angry, you're too fearful of worrying, you just don't want to. But I invite you, in order to retrain our neural pathways, right, we really want to reprogram our brain so that it becomes second nature to you not to give in to anger, worry, resentment, anything that disrupts your peace bubble. You don't want there, because what happens when we hang on to any negative emotion, right? It can turn into a physical ailment. It can cause, all kinds of health issues. So I want you to just practice. If this is new to you, it's going to feel just really bizarre, because your brain is used to hanging on to the anger for days, weeks, sometimes years, right? So I want you to just deep breathe. And when you're deep breathing, you're breathing in calm, peaceful serenity. So it's going to look like this. Breathing in peace, breathing in calm, breathing in serenity, and you hold. Count. And when you breathe out, really breathe it out of your mouth. And you're breathing out, just visualize just the anger or the resentment or anything that you no longer want to be in your mind. You don't want, just picture your mind as a luxury penthouse. You don't want trash in it. You don't want stinky stuff. You don't want anything that's going to impurify it, right? We don't want that. So when you breathe in calm, and then breathe out all that yucky stuff, whatever you want to label it, and blow out any emotion that no longer serves you. Practice this meditation whenever you feel troubled, stressed, or just bothered. You don't want, you have those moments where you think, you know what, I can't even handle this day, this moment. I think I'm going to just crawl under a rock and just stay here for, I don't know, it feels like you want to stay there forever, right? But I promise you, if you practice going within and really train your mind not to engage in the anger, not to engage in anything that disrupts your peace bubble, you have 90 seconds to decide. And if you do not decide within those 90 seconds, this is when your mind will say, no, I am hanging on to this anger. You need to be pissed off, because look what that person did. They just disrespected you. They did something that totally deserves your anger and your resentment, and even possibly, you might want revenge, right? Because you think, how dare they disrupt my peace bubble? So retraining your mind takes time, right? Retraining your mind, it's years and years of how you used to be. But if you really want to have more peace than chaos, I invite you to practice this meditation, or Google one, meditation for anger, meditation for releasing negativity. And just observe your thoughts, label them, and simply dismiss them. It's almost like some uninvited guest. If fleas or ticks or roaches entered your room, you wouldn't say, oh, come over here and I'll give you a hug. You roach, you scorpion or centipede or, flying roach comes. You're not going to be like, oh, come. Let's have a little party here. No. So you need to be vigilant in no longer allowing any negativity to enter your peace bubble. And before you know it, if you don't engage in them, right, your negative thoughts will realize they are no longer welcome, and they'll just leave. Peace over chaos, guys. And truly know that it's up to us. It's up to us whether we want those roaches and centipedes, and just going to label all of that as negative emotional junk. Breathe it out and breathe in calmness. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.